The ocean wasn't empty. It was hiding something. Something so massive, if it surfaced beside a Tyrannosaurus Rex, the dinosaur would look small. And the terrifying part? This creature didn't hunt on land. It hunted in complete darkness. For millions of years, scientists believed T-Rex was the ultimate predator, the king of Earth. Nothing challenged it. Nothing rivaled it. But deep beneath ancient oceans, another ruler was growing. A creature so powerful, entire ecosystems moved out of its way. And when researchers finally understood what it was capable of, they realized something horrifying. T-Rex would never have stood a chance. 66 million years ago, Earth looked unstoppable. Dinosaurs covered the planet. Forests stretched for thousands of miles. The air was warm. The oceans were alive. Everything worked. T-Rex dominated the land. A predator built like a nightmare. 20 feet tall. Jaws filled with teeth the size of bananas. One bite could crush bone. Even giant dinosaurs feared it. And yet, while T-Rex ruled the surface, the ocean was evolving its own monster. At first, nobody noticed, because the creature started small. Just another shark moving through prehistoric seas. Fast, efficient, forgettable. But oceans reward one thing better than any place on Earth: size. The bigger you become, the fewer things can kill you. And this creature kept growing. Millions of years passed. Whales evolved, sea life exploded. The oceans became crowded with giant prey. And that's when evolution made a mistake. It created the perfect predator, Megalodon. Not just large, impossible. Scientists estimate it reached lengths of over 60 feet. Its dorsal fin alone may have stood taller than a grown man. Its heart could have been the size of a small car. And its mouth was wide enough to swallow two humans standing side by side. But that wasn't the real problem. The real problem was hunger, because giant predators don't simply eat more, they must kill constantly, every day. And Megalodon hunted the largest animals alive: ancient whales, massive sea creatures, anything slow enough to catch. Researchers later discovered whale fossils with terrifying injuries: crushed rib cages, missing tails, bite marks the size of car tires. At first, scientists assumed these attacks were chaotic, random violence, but they were wrong. Megalodon was hunting with strategy. It targeted the fins first, not the throat, not the body, the fins. One bite would cripple the whale instantly. The victim couldn't swim, couldn't escape, and then the shark waited. Slowly, the exhausted whale would bleed out beneath the surface. And this is where things became terrifying, because whales started changing their behavior. Migration routes shifted. Entire groups avoided certain waters. Some species moved closer to shore despite the danger. The oceans were adapting to fear. Imagine that. An entire planet changing course because one creature existed. And still, Megalodon kept growing. Everything was working. Perfect oceans, unlimited food, no competition, no enemy powerful enough to challenge it. It should have ruled forever. But then something changed. Something small. At first, nobody noticed. The water cooled slightly, just a few degrees. Nothing dramatic, no explosions, no asteroid, no sudden extinction. Just colder oceans. And this is where things started going wrong. Because Megalodon wasn't built for cold water. Its giant body needed warm seas, warm currents, warm hunting grounds. As temperatures dropped, the oceans began shifting. Whales changed migration paths. Fish populations moved. Entire food chains drifted away. Slowly, Megalodon's perfect world started breaking apart. But the shark didn't know that yet. At first, it adapted. Then another problem appeared. Smaller predators, faster predators, smarter predators, early ancestors of killer whales. Not huge, not powerful, but coordinated. They hunted together, and unlike Megalodon, they adapted quickly. This wasn't a fair fight. One creature relied on size, the others relied on teamwork. And nature has a brutal rule. Eventually, size becomes a weakness. But that still wasn't the real disaster. The real disaster was starvation. A giant predator can survive injuries. It can survive competition. But it cannot survive hunger. And suddenly, food was disappearing. Whales migrated into colder regions. Some species vanished entirely. Hunting trips became longer, more exhausting, more dangerous. Young megalodons struggled first. Scientists believe newborn megalodons depended on shallow coastal waters for survival. Nursery zones, safe areas. But sea levels changed. Coastlines shifted. Those nurseries began disappearing. And when the young started dying, the future of the species collapsed with them. What happened next changed everything. The oceans became silent. Fewer megalodon teeth appeared in fossil records, then fewer again, then almost none. For millions of years, this unstoppable predator had ruled Earth's oceans. Now it was vanishing, slowly, painfully, alone. And here's the terrifying part. No single event killed it. No giant battle, no massive extinction asteroid, no final dramatic moment, just small changes, tiny failures, temperature, food supply, migration shifts, competition. Each problem seemed survivable on its own. Together they became fatal. Nature rarely destroys giants all at once. It weakens them slowly. And by the time they realize what's happening, it's already over. Then one day, Megalodon disappeared forever. The largest shark Earth had ever created, gone. But the story doesn't end there, because scientists discovered something disturbing while studying the extinction. After Megalodon vanished, other predators exploded in population. Killer whales spread across the oceans. Whales evolved differently. Marine ecosystems transformed completely. It was like the ocean itself had been waiting for the giant to disappear. One predator had controlled the balance of the seas. And once it was gone, everything changed. But there's another detail researchers can't ignore. For an animal this massive, we've found surprisingly little. Mostly teeth. Fragments. Pieces. Almost like the ocean erased it on purpose. And that mystery created theories. Wild ones. Some people believe Megalodon still exists deep underwater, hidden in trenches humans barely explore, waiting. But scientists reject that idea quickly. An animal this large would need enormous amounts of food. We would see evidence.
Has seen 100,000
dead
hunts,
whales,
but it may
fresh
not
bite
see
marks,
the next one.
movement, and yet the ocean is still mostly unexplored. More than 80% remains unmapped. Think about that. Humanity walked on the moon before fully understanding its own oceans. And deep water changes people. Divers describe hearing sounds they cannot explain. Massive shadows moving beneath them. Moments where instinct suddenly screams, leave. Not because they saw something, because they felt something. Fear older than civilization itself. The fear of being hunted underwater. And maybe that fear comes from somewhere ancient. Because for millions of years, something truly enormous lived below us. Something powerful enough to swallow predators whole. Something that turned oceans into territory. Something evolution itself eventually failed to save. T-Rex may have ruled the land, but beneath the waves, there was always something worse. And somewhere in the darkest parts of the ocean, that memory still survives. And that's how the story comes to an end. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more related content.